From this slide, we will learn the interface example. Here, we write one drawable interface, and inside that interface, we have draw method. Now, important point is we just write a draw method. We are not giving implementation or definition of draw method. So this is one interface. So by default, in a compiler, we'll put here public abstract void draw. Now implementation by second user means a concrete class which want to utilize this interface. So suppose that class is a rectangle class. So rectangle is a concrete class which want to utilize this interface. If it is an interface and it is a concrete class, then implement keyword you have to utilize as I already taught you. So class rectangle implements drawable. Okay, so implement is a keyword which help this rectangle class to implement drawable interface. Now the responsibility of rectangle class is to give definition of this draw method. So inside rectangle class you have to write the definition of draw method. In draw method we just define it and close it. Now and I have another class. That class is a circle class, and circle class also want to utilize this drawable interface. So if it is an interface and it is a concrete class, then you have to use implement keyword. Here suppose circle is also an interface, then instead of implement keyword you have to utilize extend keyword. Understood? So right now in the present situation, circle is a one concrete class and drawable is one interface. So we have to use implement keyword. So circle class implement drawable interface. So whatever the methods available in a drawable interface, that has to be implemented by circle class. So it is a responsibility of circle class to give the definition of draw method. So in a circle class, we just give the definition of draw method. Now we have another class, that is test interface. This is one class. The name of class is test interface, but it is not interface, it's normal class. And inside this class, we use main method, and inside main method, we create object of a circle. What we create? We create object of a circle. But we have a reference of what? We have a reference of interface. This part is again important. Look at here. What I am telling you, we create object of a circle. Generally, what is the process to create an object? The process is class name, object name equal to new keyword and class name. So, but here we create object of circle class, but here we are not using class name circle and object d. Here we are using interface name. It is called as upcasting. This is a one concept which you will learn or afterwards. Okay, so we have a d. D is a reference variable of interface, and this d has a reference to an object circle. Okay, so d dot draw is possible. If we write d dot draw, then the draw method of circle will get called. Okay, if here I am writing new triangle or new rectangle, if we are creating object of rectangle, then d dot draw will call this method, the method of rectangle class. So it depends upon for what class you are creating the object, for of which class you are creating object. Suppose if you are creating object of circle class, so d dot draw will go here, sorry, here, and call it. So it will call the draw method of circle class. Suppose you are creating object of rectangle class, then d dot draw go here and call this draw method of rectangle class. So this is called as upcasting, and we are taking the reference of interface. I hope you understood this. Now here one interface, I think this is okay. This is one another example. We have interface bank. Name of interface is bank, and inside this bank interface we have a method rate of interest. This rate of interest is a method of interface. That's why compiler will keep it public abstract float rate of interest. We have another class SBI. We have another class SBI. and SBI implement bank interface. So now it's a responsibility of SBI class to give the definition of this rate of interest method. So here rate of interest written 9.15. Similarly, we have another bank PNB. It also implement bank interface and it provides 9.7 rate of interest. Now in main class, in test interface, we have main method. Here we create object of SBI. We create object of SBI and pass it to the reference variable of interface bank. So B dot, if I am writing here B dot rate of interest, what is the object we have? We have object of SBI. So it will go here in SBI class and call this rate of interest method. So it will return 9.15. Suppose here we create new PNB, then it's object of PNB. So B dot rate of interest, if I write here, then it will go in a PNB class and call that method. This is another example of upcasting. I hope you understood.